Hello everybody, this is Theater. This is going to be my very first showcase video featuring Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy 1 in Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia. Now this is going to be a quick disclaimer to explain how my showcase videos are going to be. All characters I'm going to showcase are going to be at their full potential. That means level 70 crystal. They're going to have their best weapon equipped, as well as all their weapon passes equipped, as well as any summon board passes, and hopefully, if they're available, their character boards as well. So before we prolong this too much, let's just jump right into it. First off, Warrior of Light is the protagonist from Final Fantasy 1. He is the very first character available for you. As soon as you start the game, he is going to be available as your first character. He has a passive ability where when you start the last wave, or in this case the current wave at full HP, you'll receive a stat boost on every stat. He also starts with five turns of his Will of Light buff, which increases the party's max brave, attack stat, and it also restores a certain amount of brave at the start of every turn. As you can see, he starts off with his brave attack plus and HP attack plus. Both grant his brave attack grants the party brave based on his int brave and is a 2-hit melee hit. His HP attack grants himself brave based off his initial brave. It is a single hit plus HP attack that has 120% overflow. When he applies his shield to 3 of his party members, so his full party, his brave attack and HP attack become their plus variants, which they both have an increased hit count as well as a higher overflow. His first ability, Shining Shield, which is this one here. It grants the party brave based on 100% of his int brave. It also applies a shield to all party members for 7 turns, which is 3 times their int brave. It increases Warrior of Light's brave based. It also, my apologies. It also increases his brave by 2.1, and then he delivers a HP attack. The shield buff lasts for 7 turns, as you can see, and it decreases any incoming brave damage by the value of the shield. Once the shield's value either gets dispelled or becomes 0, it will then act as normal and start taking your character's brave. His second ability, Throw Buckler, has 8 uses. It not only locks the target onto Warrior of Light, but it also rebuffs his Will of Light for 7 turns, gives himself a shield for 7 turns, and it also gives him a 3-turn int brave up and 3-turn elude up, which elude is all about reducing the occurrence of debuff. Throw Buckler is also a 4-hit ranged plus HP attack. It grants the party brave based on his int brave, and it has 180% overflow. Next is his EX ability, which is Shining Wave. Very quickly, it buffs his brave based on his int brave. Then a 4-hit range plus HP attack with 200% overflow. And upon using your EX weapon, it does grant him speed up for 5 turns. The amount of brave does increase based on the power of his shield, and it does recover a large amount of HP to Warrior of Light and his party members, by maximum of 20% of their HP, and all the access does get converted into Brave. His next ability is his advanced ability called Resist All, which grant him 5 turns of a stronger Brave regen, and it reduces incoming Brave damage. His LD ability, Bitter End, Bitter End grants Brave to the party based on his Int Brave. It is a 8-hit ranged plus HP attack that deals 50% HP damage to non-targets. It has 180% overflow, and it applies lock to all targets. It also grants the party 7 turns of his shield buff, and initiates a special effect Guardian Shield buff. When it's active, it slightly increases the party's Int Brave, Max Brave, attack, and it moderately increases their defense. And based on the turns that Guardian Shield has left, it does decrease the incoming HP damage. Finally, he has his Burst Mode. Any protagonist and antagonist will eventually have their burst weapon available, which will help them enter their burst modes. When you enter a burst mode, you have 1 use of every skill and every ability. So let's use Shining Wave. Throw a Buckler. Shining Shield. HP attack. Brave attack. After 6 skill uses, you get the chance to use his burst ultimate ability, which in this case is Ultimate Shield. Ultimate Shield increases his Brave based on his Int Brave. It is a 12-hit AoE group ranged attack plus AoE HP damage. It does split the It equally splits the damage based on how many targets are on the field. The Brave damage limit does get increased to 24,997, and the HP limit cap that you can deal is increased to 299,997. After every burst ability, that character gains their burst effect. In Warrior of Light's case, he gains 4 turns of a Brave gain at the start of every party's turn. That Brave gain is equal to their shield value. As you can see, a lot of his kit revolves around his Int Brave. How much Brave he gains at the start of every ability, how big his shields are, and in turn goes to how much Brave damage he can do, and HP damage he sets on the enemy. So it is highly recommended on your artifacts to get your initial Brave artifact passives. Thank you again for listening. I hope this was a good recording. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope you all look forward to my next showcase.